Hi everyone, Noel here from Zynode. So in this webinar, we are going to look at the process and sequence of the counselings. So process and sequence of the counselings, right? So we are assuming that there are going to be multiple counselings. So there is all India counselling followed by the state counselings, right? So we are going to look at what sequence these counselings happen, and we are going to look at the processes that are involved in it. So let's get started. So this is a guide to process of counseling, which is all India plus states. Then sequence of counselings. So first, all India counseling will start, followed by the state counseling. So if you're attending multiple counselings, then you need to know the timeline of these counselings. There might be some overlap if you're attending multiple state counselings. So you'll have to be aware of this. Next, you'll have to look at the terms that are used in these counselings. So many of you will be new to this counseling process. So when it comes to the counseling process, there will be a registration or application stage, followed by a rank list publishing, and then the choice list will be, then you'll have to fill in your choices, okay? So these are the steps. So you'll also have to know the terms that are used. So for example, some counselings will use choice filling, some counselings will use option filling. So there are different terms that are being used. So you will need to be aware of the terms that are used in the counseling that you are applying in. Next is the rules of resignation. So resignation, exit is the same thing. And upgradation is the process of upgrading from one seat to another, where you're holding a seat and then you're upgrading to another seat. Okay, so here we have the complete list of counselings in India. There are about 42 counselings, and there are different eligibility for different counselings, except All India Counselling, where everybody can apply. So there are different eligibility criteria. So you need to understand these eligibility criteria before applying for these counselings. So some of you might be applying for multiple counselings where you will be interested in some private seats in certain states. Let's say CMC Vellore, St. John's in Bangalore, CMC Ludhiana, etc. So these set of seats you will have to be aware of. So next we'll go to the process of counseling. The first thing is the counseling notification. So in this year, we'll have to look at where the notifications are being published. So all the information from the counseling authority to you will come in the form of notifications that are published by the authority. So first you need to find out the website or the portal where this information is being updated. Second, you need to understand the period of registration or application. So in certain states, if you miss the registration or application part, the first part, if you miss it out, you might not get a chance to apply later on. So this is very important. You need to keep track of this from registration and when it's ending. So we will be updating all this on our portal. You can take a look at it. And the third thing is information brochure, right? So what is information brochure? So just like how NTA had an information bulletin, each counseling authority will publish their information brochure or information bulletin. In some states, they don't publish the information brochure. So in those states, you will have to go through multiple notifications to get an idea of this, okay? So first is the process and rules of the counseling. So you need to understand what is the process of the counseling. So some states will have registration, and at the same time, they might have the choice filling. Some states will have a registration, then they'll publish the merit list, and then they'll go to the choice filling, right? So these are the processes of the counseling, and different counselings will have different rules in terms of if you join the seat or you don't join the seat, if you resign the seat, what are the rules of the counseling. So some states, like MCC allowed round 2 to round 3 upgradation last year. So a lot of states have taken up that rule, and they have also started allowing upgradation from round 2 to round 3. So this is something that you need to be aware of when you go to the counseling. Don't assume that all the rules are going to be same across the states. Next is the list of certificates or documents required. So different states will have different set of certificates or documents. So you'll need to have this ready. Also, like if there are special criteria, special quotas that you are applying for, this will need documents that will take time to get ready. So as soon as possible, try to get these ready, because if the counseling is going to start as scheduled, you might not have enough time. Next is the eligibility for the counseling. Like I said, different counselings will have different eligibility criteria. So you need to understand this counseling process and understand the eligibility for different counseling and also different quota. And this information brochure will also have the contact details and support information. So for example, if you have the information brochure of Karnataka, you'll be able to get the contact details and get in touch with them directly and get your queries solved. Okay, so that's also there. So next we'll go to the application or registration. So what is application or registration? This is basically applying for the counseling. So this is the first step, first interaction of yours with the counseling. So this will involve a form filling. So just like your NEET exam form, you will have to fill out a form. In certain counselings, this is offline. Most of the counselings, it's online. So you'll have to keep that in mind. So in case if it is offline form submission, then you'll have to take a printout of the form. You have to fill it up. Then you have to go to a designated center or the authority, and you have to submit the form. Okay. Entering the candidate details. So this one most of you will be aware of because you've already completed the NEET exam. Entering the details, education, qualification, domicile. So for example, if you are this domicile criteria, you will need to have the documents. If you select the domicile criteria and you don't have the documents, then you won't be able to get the seats which are there for the domicile candidates. Category, address, UG details. So this is the mark details, etc. And selection of quota that you are interested in. So in most counselings, they ask you to select the quota that you are interested in. For example, there might be NRI seats, private seats, government seats. So these set of seats you'll have to be aware of. So if you don't select private seats, then you will not be able to fill those choices. So you need to be aware of when you do the application registration. Next is the payment of fee. The payment of fee or security deposit. So depending on the quota that you are selecting, your fee payment will vary. And also the security deposit. So security deposit might be a new thing for many of you. So security deposit is nothing but the amount that is paid to the counseling authority. So in case you exit the seat, depending on the counseling, if you exit the seat, there might be forfeiture of the security deposit. This is usually happens in round 2 or round 3, depending on the state. In certain states like Uttar Pradesh, this security deposit might be even forfeited on the first round itself. So you need to be aware of this. And this payment of fee is online in some cases, or also through NEFT or Challan. Also, you'll be able to pay. Next is the document upload and verification. So during the application process and registration, you will be uploading your documents. And in many states, the documents will be verified before the rank lists are published. And in case you make some editing during, you make some mistakes during the application form filling, certain counseling authorities will get in touch with you and ask you to correct these mistakes, or they will provide a correction window for you to correct these mistakes. Final verification and acceptance. So after the verification of the documents, you will be considered part of the counseling and your rank list or merit list will be published. So here, one more point about the security deposit. The security deposit in certain states might be high, around 2 to 3 lakhs. Deemed seats in all India is around 2 lakhs. Private seats in many states are around 2 lakhs. And registration is a one-time in some states. So in some states, you will have to register only once, and you will be able to attend the whole counseling process. So here we have put down few states where the registration is online. So Kerala, there is online. Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Telangana, Gujarat. These are some examples of states which have online registration. States like Nagaland and the Negrams counseling, these have offline registration where you have to go to the authority and register. And Goa is the state where online and offline registration is possible. So the third thing is document upload or verification. In most states, submission of certificates is done through online. So when you fill out the application itself, the documents are uploaded and these documents will be verified. These are scanned documents in PDF. In some states, self-attested copies of documents need to be sent to the counseling authority. So after your application process, certain states will ask you to send the documents, the copies of documents to the counseling authority for them to verify. So in a few states, the documents have to be produced for verification at the nodal centers. So in states like Karnataka, before you go to the choice filling stage, you will have to attend the verification at the nodal center, and originals are verified. Only then you will be allowed to fill in the choices. So in these cases, you will have to physically travel to the nodal center and submit your documents and get it verified. You will get a verification slip using which you will be able to go to the next step of the counseling. So let's look at a few states. In Kerala, for example, documents are uploaded, but in certain quota like sports quota, NCC quota, which Keralites are eligible for, documents have to be sent to the authority. In Tamil Nadu also, documents are uploaded, but again, sports quota documents have to be submitted in person. So if you're a candidate who is eligible for these special category quota, please take a look at the process behind what documents to be submitted. If it is okay to be submitted in person, or maybe you will have to go to the authority and get a certificate and then submit the documents. In Karnataka, documents are uploaded, but certain set of candidates, Karnataka candidates and few categories of non-Karnataka candidates are supposed to go to the verification center and get the verification slip. In Telangana, again, documents are to be uploaded, and in Telangana, you can see that the verification is done using the uploaded documents. This is the case in many states where you will be uploading the documents and the verification will be done by the authority straight away. Okay, so now fourth thing is the merit list publication. So Mr. Ashok will take over from here.
So Noel had very clearly explained about the three first steps of the entire counseling process, right? You start from notifications. When you're looking at this entire thing, look at it like a scenario. You're applying for one state counseling. Take it like that. You're applying for one state counseling. You're going through this. You finished looking at the notifications. You have finished looking at the application and you have registered. You have done the registration, made the fee payment, there is a security deposit, etc. Then you have completed your document upload or verification. That is the stage that you are in. You are very clear that these are the first three stages for any counseling. Let us say you are appearing in 2 counselings, you will have to do it 2 times in each of those websites. Like All India Counselling, you are appearing, and you are also appearing for Maharashtra Counselling. You will have to look at counselling notifications in All India website, apply for All India, document verification for All India. Then for Maharashtra, once again, during the process, whenever Maharashtra posts, you will have to do the counseling notification, application and document verification. So this entire thing, assume it is for one counseling, you will have to replicate the entire thing for every counseling that you are attending. If you are attending 5 times, every stage will come in. Now, this is the entire, let us say this is a stage that you are in and you are moving on to the next stage. Documents have been uploaded. You have sent across all documents. Mistakes, in case there are mistakes, you have corrected all the mistakes. You are going into merit list publication. Now, where are we? We are getting the merit list published. What is the merit list? Let us take a state of Maharashtra, and there are candidates who are applying for the state of Maharashtra. Let us say 20,000 candidates apply for the state of Maharashtra. And of them, some are saying, I want to apply for government quota. Some are saying, I want to apply for management quota, which are open seats in Maharashtra. Some are saying, I am going to apply for NRI quota. Now, Maharashtra government quota has a specific eligibility criteria. You should have completed your 10th and 12th in Maharashtra and be a domicile of Maharashtra, or at least 12th in Maharashtra if you have a domicile certificate. This is Maharashtra's government quota eligibility. Beyond that, there is other eligibility like All India Service Officers, IS officers, etc., and other ex-servicemen, etc. So those categories are there. Only a set of people within that will be eligible for government quota. Rest of them would have applied and they would not be eligible. So all of them who applied for government quota and were not eligible will be removed and a merit list prepared. Similarly, within NRI, there will be a set of people. Open seats, anybody is eligible. Somebody from the state of Tamil Nadu applies for an open seat. they clearly mention they are applying only for open seat, they will also be part of this list. So this entire set of candidates who are eligible, Maharashtra will put up a single merit list. Maharashtra usually puts up a single merit list saying this is the candidate. First candidate is the top ranked candidate who has applied, who is within this 20,000 and is eligible for any one of these three. So Maharashtra will say this is the first candidate, state merit list number 1. His all India rank is basically, let us say, 5. Why? Rank number 1, 2, 3, 4 did not apply for Maharashtra State Counselling. So rank 5 became the first ranker in Maharashtra. If rank 1, 2, 3, 4 are from Gujarat, state, Tamil Nadu, other states, Karnataka, etc., they may not even be interested in Maharashtra, or they might get a seat in All India Counselling. They might not be interested in Maharashtra State Counselling. So state merit list is among this list. All India rank 1 is the first in the merit list, and he is eligible for government quota. So that will be listed down here. Rank number 2, state rank number 2 is rank 7 in All India, and he is eligible for government quota. Rank 6 did not apply or was not eligible for government quota. Maybe from Tamil Nadu who applied for government quota, he was not eligible. Rank number 3 is possibly, let us say, rank 15, eligible for government quota. Similarly, rank so on till rank 3000, let us say, he's All India rank 150. And this person is eligible for government, and he has also applied for open seats, these management quota seats, and also applied as an NRI. Let us say that is the case. This entire list will be available. This will give you an idea. If you are rank 15, it will give you an idea that only 14 candidates above you are going to compete. That is a merit list. That is a state merit list that each state will publish. That merit list is what is critical to, and once you know your state rank, where are you? My state rank is 250. Means only 249 people will be competing with me, above me, in my state, whichever state I have applied. And within that, are they looking at government quota, management quota? Some states do give that information, like Maharashtra, and you will be able to get exactly your competition within the state. But till then, what will you have? Till the state merit list is available, you will only have your All India rank saying this person was, I am possibly 3,000, 2,999 are there. Last year, I would correlate with, as far as Maharashtra is concerned. Maharashtra's 3,000 rank had 250 last year. So I assume so is what you will do. So once the merit list is published, where will the merit list be published? It will be published usually in the counseling website. The merit list will be published in the counseling website, and you will be able to get information in the counseling website on the merit list. Now, in certain states where counseling is offline, the merit list might be published in other portals as well. So merit list is published, and we get the entire information on what rank I am within the particular counseling. Now this, you can see that Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Telangana, Goa, almost every counseling you have a merit list. Every state publishes it. Unfortunately, these two states don't publish a merit list. Karnataka, Bihar, even after multiple court orders, etc., they are still not adhering to the merit list publication. This is not transparency. They have an issue. We have an issue with Karnataka as far as the merit list is concerned, but the allotment list is published. But in Bihar, even the allotment list is not published. Only the closing ranks is published, resulting in a lot of confusion. So other than that, most of the states you will get your merit list. So that is the next stage. Once you get your merit list, the choice filling and application, the next part is the choice filling part, correct? You will need to have your merit list to fill choices. Only those candidates who are part of this merit list should actually be allowed to fill choices, correct? That is how it is usually. But there are three counselings, at least, where it is slightly different. During the process of application and registration, when did you apply and register? You applied and registered right after the counselling notification. July 6th, let us say the counselling notification comes for All India. That means by July 7th or 8th or possibly by 10th, you will have a registration starting. All India, at the time of registration itself, asks you to fill choices. Whatever choices. What are the choices? Which seats do you want? You want that list has to be filled at the time of registration itself. If let us say the registration starts on July 6th. Then on 6th to 11th, All India will give you time for registration. 7th to 12th, during the registration, so 6th you register and immediately you will be able to fill choices from 7th. 8th you register, from 8th to 12th you will be able to fill choices, and by 12th your choice filling is also over along with the registration. How is it possible? Because everybody is eligible for All India. There is no documents to be verified, nothing to be checked whether this person is eligible for this quota. For most of the quotas, except a few ESI, etc., for which they will already get documents earlier itself, this particular process is parallel, which means application registration plus choice filling is parallel. We'll get back to you specifically with All India Counselling complete details. Similarly, for every state, we will do this again individually to tell you which states how to apply, and we'll also have references of how the registration works, etc. So at that point in time, you will have complete clarity. But understand that All India, Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand, registration, at the time of registration itself, choice filling will happen. Also, we emphasize again, some states will allow registration only one time, which means first July 6th, I am deciding, okay, I'll get in All India quota. I'm not applying for my state quota. I'll definitely get a seat in All India quota. Something happens in All India quota. Let us say, unfortunately, there is competition in All India quota this year compared to last year. Everybody picks up seat from All India quota and doesn't go to state quota. Every year there is a overlap, but this year, let us say that happens. Then, in your state, if the registration date is over and they don't allow you to apply again, then you will not be able to register after round 1 of All India. So right at the beginning, you should know whether my state allows me to register again, or it is always better to keep chances open by registering in all the counselings that you want. Yes, it is a cost. There is a security deposit involved. Let us say 2 lakhs is a security deposit for private institutes, and you are attending multiple states which have 2 lakhs as security deposit. There are some states which don't ask for a security deposit, but let us say in some 3 states you are attending, they ask for a security deposit. You have to pay 2 lakhs in each state, but that will give you an advantage of being eligible for all these counselings at a later point in time. If in this, let us say one state you did not pay 2 lakhs, you said I am not paying 2 lakhs for these 2 states because it is 2 lakhs. Options are there, but I might get in this state. But later, if you come back to the state because you don't get a choice in this state, the first state that you have applied, you come back and say, I want seats in these 2 states. They should allow registration in round 2 or round 3, or after the first registration is over. If they don't allow, then you miss out. So be very clear about the registration process, when registration happens and when choice filling happens. Most of the other states first do the choice filling only after the registration is complete. Registration is complete, merit list is published. After that, the choice filling only for those candidates who are eligible in the merit list. Only those will be allowed to fill choices. Now, the counselling, the process here is done. Till then, it is a very simple process because all you need to do is get your counselling notification, application and registration. Important part here is to register for every counselling, select all the quotas that you are interested in. Don't miss out management quota in case you're interested in. Upload right documents, you get your merit list published. This all is more of a normal administrative process that you need to do to get into the counselling. Now, the entire data crunching and the actual looking at data starts when in round 1. Round 1, when it starts for a particular state. This is for one state you assume, your home state, let us say. Round 1, choice filling starts. This is when decisions have to be made, and this is what will impact your entire allotment process. Earlier ones will impact your opportunities available. This will impact your allotment on what seat you are going to get. So let us say, what is choice filling? First, this is listing out your choices. Let us say you are going to a counselling, offline counselling, and you are going to attend a counselling. Offline is a physical counselling, like going to a particular place and looking for opportunities. What will happen? Rank 1 onwards, they will call, right? Rank 1, rank 2, and so on till, let us say, rank 1000 will be present at a venue, correct? There will be one venue where everybody will come in. This is how counselling used to happen. And there will be seats which are available, 1000 seats available, 110 colleges, let us say. And each of them will be categorized like in this category, open category, OBC category, these many seats are available. What will happen in offline counselling? Rank 1 will come. everybody will be present at the venue at 9:30, let us say. Rank 1 will come in, he will say, I want a seat in X medical college. It is among this 1,000 seats. I belong to open category, and in an open category, there are 30 seats in that college available. Give me one seat. So rank 1 will be definitely allotted this seat, and this will become 29 seats available for the next candidate. Then rank 2 will go to the counseling authority. There will be a desk present. He'll go there and then get the next possible seat, 28. If he wants in a different institute, then they will pick up another seat from another institute and allot it to rank 2, and so on. So rank 2 and so on. Rank 1,000 goes. He says, I want this seat, but that seat is already over in his category. So he will get his second choice. First choice is not available. Second choice is available. He will get his second choice. If second choice is also not available, third choice will be available. If third choice is not available, fourth choice is available. If all his choices are not available, he will not get a seat. Similarly, for rank 1,001 and so on, it will go, correct? So basically, the first ranker gets the first preference and so on. How did this entire thing work? Because rank 1 gave the person a list of choices. The rank 1 said, I want this choice. It was available. Rank 2 said, I want this choice. It is available. Around rank 15, some seats would have been over. He would say, this is my first choice. This is my second choice. This is my third choice. If this is not available, give me my second choice. If second choice is also not available, give me my third choice. That is what is choice filling. Telling the authority, what are my list of choices? I am interested in only these seats. And within these seats, this is my first preference. This is not telling that I have a higher probability in getting this seat. No. I know that for my rank, I will only get this seat. So I am putting it as on. No. It is telling him, like when I go to the venue, what will I ask? I know this is lower probability, but will you please tell me if I will get this seat? If I get this seat, I am lucky enough. Last year it did not go. But this year, I asked this person, I asked him, right, whether I will get this seat. And it was available. One seat was available this year. Luckily, it moved 1,000 ranks down. I will get this seat. So possibility of getting a seat doesn't matter. I will go anyways check. So that is the same thing that you need to do when you are filling your choices. I will put in my first preference as my first choice, as my first preference. I want this seat. Let it be MAMC, the top institute. And I want MBBS in this seat. Doesn't matter. I will anyways go ask them. Second, another institute, VMMC in Delhi. I will still ask them. I can put it as part of my choice list as second choice. If I don't get this, that person will tell me, you don't get your first 100 choices. All of them close 200 ranks above. No issues. 101, I will get anyways, because system will pick up all my 100 and then 101 it will allot. So what am I filling in similarly? Just like I'm going to the venue and asking him whether these choices are available, I am telling the system, I am filling in choices, 125 choices, let us say I am filling in, and this is my order of preference. If I have this seat, please allot me this seat. Otherwise, go to the second seat. This is my first preference. This is my second preference. That is what choice filling is. And this is usually done online. Most of the choice filling is done online. Certain counselings happen offline. Like you have to go to the venue and conduct and get your seat. So in that case, you will do it offline. Okay. So in the usual process, most of the counselings, most of the state counselings, except for smaller states, you will have an online choice filling. And first thing is you will have to know when choice filling starts. After when merit list is published, immediately within a few days, usually choice filling starts. Not many days. Between this and this, there might be 1 or 2 weeks. In certain counselings, maximum to complete registration. Between this and this, it might be 1 week or so, not more than that, or 1 week or 10 days. Between document verification and merit list publication, it will be immediate. Choice filling will happen most likely immediately after merit list publication. So be ready for choices. Once the counselling notification starts itself, your job is to ensure that all these are done. Those are administrative, parents will do it. But my choice list has to be clearly ready. Because when this date comes in, they will give you 4 or 5 days for choice filling maximum, not more than that. By that time, you should have your choices ready. And enter your choices by order of preference very clearly. And then go ahead and lock or submit your choices. You hear a term here, lock. So this you will come across in every counselling. Locking is saying, I am confirming that these are my choices. And if there are 5 days given to you, and first day itself you lock your choices. Let us say some state allows you to lock your choices on the first day. I say lock or I submit my choices. Some states don't allow change. So third day somebody comes and tells you, sir, this is not a good college. Or you come to know that others have submitted different choices, and then you explore and see that you have submitted a wrong order. You will not be able to change after you lock or submit your choices. In some states, this is allowed. That you need to know whether by locking my choices, I am actually finally submitting or I can change. Usually lock means you will not be able to change. If you do it on first day itself, because you are super enthu, and you want to complete everything in the first day, I have all my choices, you lock your choices. Second day you want to change, you can't change. Even if you are super enthu, you can wait till fourth day. The last day, not the fifth day, last hour, but at least till the fourth day, wait. Yes, your enthusiasm is understood, but lock and submit your choices by giving you time patiently. Managing the counseling patiently is very, very important. So know what are your rules in your state as far as locking and submitting your choices is concerned. Then get a printout of your choices. That is for your reference. Some states, we have seen Rajasthan and a few states make mistakes in allotment. If you get a printout of your choices, you will clearly know, I filled in this one, I filled in these 125 choices, let us say. I have filled in these 125 choices, 1, 2, 3, up to 125. And the next ranker, I am ranked 500. There is a person who is ranked 501. He has filled in some choices which I don't know. I was not allotted this particular choice, my third choice. I was allotted my 100th choice. This I did not get. But this person got that seat. How did he get the seat? Is it the same quota category? Yes, so he is the same quota, same category, same eligibility, but he got the seat. I did not get my third choice, but I got a lower choice. Either you made a mistake in assuming that you had this as a third choice. You might have entered Government Medical College Nagpur instead of Government Medical College, say GS Government Medical College. You might have assumed. What will come to your help? Your printout. When you have a printout of your choices, or you list down your choices or take a screenshot of your choices, you can go back and say, I filled this as my third choice. This person got it, a lower ranker got it. Now take action. Every counseling authority, if something like that happens, immediately it creates a problem, and with proof, you will be able to change these. This has happened in multiple counselings. Sometimes there is a goof up that will help. This printout will help you be to be cautious in terms of any such scenario that arises. Some states allow choice filling only once. Like when we say only once, what is it? Obviously, it is only once, right? No. We say have used the term round one here, correct? We said choice filling for round one. If you had noticed that it says round one, some of you might have an idea of why round one, round two, etc. We'll explain that too. Why did we say round one? Because there are multiple rounds to be going to be there, right? There is going to be a round two, and there is possibly going to be a round three. Now most of the states are calling this round three, and so on till all the seats are allotted. Why? Somebody gets a seat in round one, everybody it is allotted. Everybody gets allotted. Most of the MBBS seats get allotted. So why do you need to have a round two? Because after being allotted is what? I get a seat. I get a seat at the end of this choice filling. I get a seat. I am rank 1, I get a seat. I'm rank 2, I get another seat, and so on. After getting allotted, some candidates don't join. One. Second, some seats are not allotted to anyone. A BDS seat in a periphery institute, or a PWD seat, MBBS seat in a periphery institute, not enough PWD, the merit list does not contain the exact number of PWD candidates. The seats are higher than the number of candidates in a particular category. So those won't even be allotted to anyone. And some allotted candidates won't join. Now, let us say I am rank 500 again. I missed a seat because 499 was the last person to take a say GS seat. I missed that seat. I got another institute. I saw possibly went to Topiwala. Why? This person took the seat. When? Round one. Then this person also had another state option or all India option and did not join SAGE GS. What happens? SAGE GS is vacant. Who should get that? 500 should get that because he lost because of a wrong choice or this person moving to a better option as per rules. Correct? So this seat, Sage GS, will come to round 2 and rank 500 will be able to opt for Sage GS. And it is highly likely that 500 will get Sage GS. So round 2 happens because some people don't join. If 500 is not allowed to take this, somebody below who was not allotted a seat at all, they are only allowed, then it is a problem, right? 600 was not allotted. Luckily, he gets a Sage GS seat even though 500 is eligible. That will not happen in any counselling because upgradation is allowed. What is allowed? Upgradation is allowed from round 1 to round 2. What do you call this? Upgradation. That is why multiple rounds are there. To ensure that all seats are filled, till the end, there are multiple rounds, but there are rules at different stages to let you know whether you will be eligible for the further rounds. We said R1 to R2, everybody is eligible. Most states have that rule. You will be able to upgrade and take up a seat which was left out by a higher ranker. Somebody did not join, you will be able to take out a seat, but not necessarily in all rounds. So that you will have to be aware of. Here the thing is, some states allow choice filling only once. How does it impact? If in R1 I fill a wrong choice list, I say I put in 1, 2, 3 as X, Y, Z, 3 colleges. I made a mistake because that is the best college. If the state does not allow change in choices, you will be stuck at a later point in time. So you'll need to be very clear about your choices in those states. Many states allow fresh choice filling. After filling the in the second round itself, you will be able to remove all the choices and add new choices. Some states don't allow. Wait for round 1 results after you fill your choices. That is what you can do. It takes usually 2 to 3 days or maximum 4 5 days for the results to come in after the last date of choice filling. Choice filling is also called option entry or web options entry, options registration in a few counselings. Those terms, remember, very few states conduct an offline counselling. Offline counselling is not as per the Supreme Court rules. Supreme Court has clearly mentioned that all counselings, every round has to be online, but still some of the smaller states conduct an offline counselling. That is more because of because of the number of candidates, etc. Everybody is in Chandigarh, everybody is in Goa who is eligible. So it is easier to conduct an offline counselling. This at least is not towards a lack of transparency, but in the counselling process, it is very much transparent, but it is a convenient way to conduct the counselling because these are smaller states. AFMS conducts an offline counselling because physical fitness criteria is involved and they have to evaluate that through a medical examination. Madhya Pradesh and other states, these are the states which conduct round 3 and round 4 offline counselling. Some of them have their reasons like only candidates with originals should come in. You should not fill in choices just like that and not join the seats later, etc. Some of these processes are good, but it is not as per the Supreme Court ruling. Supreme Court clearly says that there should be only online counselling as far as all India deemed, and DGHS is mentioned to the return to the states to have only online counselling. An example is Maharashtra's last year counselling. The final rounds were conducted offline. It had to go to court and Maharashtra was in a state of difficulty. Multiple rounds within a counselling, we clearly mentioned why there are multiple rounds within a counselling: to allot seats which have not been allotted, or to allot seats, one, completely not allotted to anyone. Next round at least let someone come in and take those seats. That is one reason. Allotted and did not join those seats. And there is a small third bucket too. First round, some seats are not even provided. Recognition comes in later. So new seats might be added. Every year, NMC is trying to ensure that right from round 1 itself, all new seat approvals are given. But every year, some institutes or states miss out surrendering those seats. So new seats usually are added in round 2. Very rarely in round 3, but new seats are usually added in round 2. Now we are in this phase where we have completed the choice filling, and now we are coming to allotment results of round 1. What are allotment results? I fill my choices, and this is your allotment is what the allotment result will tell me. In round 1, from my choices, this is the best choice I was able to get. That will be done through the system. The system will process everybody's choices right from rank 1 first choice, rank 1's last choice, then rank 2's first choice, rank 2's last choice, and so on till the end, or till somebody gets allotted, until the seats are all over. It will run the process and then give out this allotment list. What will the allotment list be? It will be usually a PDF, a simple PDF, which will contain these details: rank, institute, course, quota, and category of allotment. All these are allotments. First rank got this institute in an MBBS in this quota in this category. This is the minimal information that every allotment list carries. Like Bihar and like we had said, Bihar does not publish an allotment list, which nobody takes up. We don't know why. Even the state candidates are not taking up. But otherwise, all the states publish the allotment list. Joining timeline will also be intimated. Once the allotment list is published, they will say, today 30th allotment list has been published, and from 1st of next month to 6th of next month, go complete the joining formalities. Now, we have gone through this entire allotment process. Now we'll go on next to the second part. So this is, we will be stretching a bit today. We'll also have the complete sequence, etc. So hope it isn't a problem. Now, this entire thing is done. Where are we? I got my allotment results of round 1, and I also have every candidate's rank, etc. Some seats closed above me, some seats closed below me. I know the joining process. Next, what is the process? The biggest query, you have your queries on joining, just let us know. We'll address it now itself. Joining the R1 institute, what do I need to do? Yes, after, even though you want to upgrade, you think that, like we said, the Sage GS person, the person who missed Sage GS will want to go to Sage GS in case there is an option in round 2. But he has got only Topiwala at this stage. That person will have to go to Topiwala and join. There is almost all counselings follow this process except 1 or 2. So round 1, I get an institute. What do you mean by get? I get allotted an institute. I am in the allotment list. Then joining timeline is given somewhere, either in the institute or in a nodal center. Some nodal center is a central point. Let us say Gujarat does this. You go to the nodal center, one place for everyone. Institute means every institute, every person from that institute has to go to the institute. If somebody else has been allotted in a different institute, they go to that institute. Here you go and complete your joining formalities. That is required. I am going to upgrade to another seat. R2 I am going to upgrade. I want a better seat. So please don't ask me to join now. That doesn't work. If that works, even if somebody is not interested, nobody will leave the seat. You will not get a better seat next time. This is a good process. You are taking an extra effort. Yes, you are paying money, you will travel, etc. But just because, but some person above you will not be interested in the seat. And instead of just clicking something and saying, I want this seat, they now have to go. If they don't go, that seat will be available for you. Somebody who is actually interested only will go and join this seat. So that is a benefit. This process is defined that way in order to stop blocking. You go there and actually get admitted. It results in an additional cost for the candidate, but you have to go to the R1 allotted institute and submit your original certificates. This is where blocking is stopped to a great extent. How? Submit your allotted certificates, submit your original certificates over there at the allotted institute. What original certificates? 10th, 12th, etc. We already listed out the original certificates. You go there, submit your original certificates, get a copy of this before submission, and submit bond documents. Like in case you have a bond, 1 year service after the completion of UG, you submit your bond documents and pay the first year fee. I want to upgrade. No, it is okay. You will be allowed upgradation, but pay the first year fee. It might be NEFT, RTGS, net banking, or Challan. That will come to, depends upon the state. Pay your first year fee. So these 3 need to be done. There is no other way out. What all needs to be done? Submit your original certificate, submit bond documents, and pay your first year fee. So that needs to be done, and only then you will be able to complete your joining. Most of the institutes also ask this to you. What do they ask? They ask this: do you wish to upgrade? What do they ask? Do you wish to upgrade? Upgrade means round 1 I have got an institute. Do I want a better institute in round 2? I want this institute. I know that I am joining. But in case there is a better institute in round 2, do you want to upgrade to this institute? That they will ask. Upgrade to round 2. You will say yes, obviously. Or you will at least ask them whether I want to take whether I have to do something to upgrade. Don't forget this. Go ask them if I have to do something to upgrade. Yes. If you take the seat through All India Counselling and you join through All India Counselling, you have to give an option saying I want to upgrade. Only if you opt for upgradation, then you will be considered for round 2. So be aware of this and ask them and get your admission letter. Critical, very, very critical. People miss that out. You go submit your documents. The office person will tell you, okay, sir, I am going for a function today. Tomorrow I'll come and completely fill up your documents online. Everything has to be updated online. Your admission is over only when the counseling authority, how will they know you got admitted? You are going to get admitted in the institute. Correct? Institute will enter in an online portal that you have got admitted. They will check everything and then admit you. If they forget this, then your admission is considered. I am not joined in R1. This person did not join. This seat will become a vacancy. So get your admission letter. Ensure that you sit there, get your admission letter. Without that, we will not leave. Every process has an admission letter. Get that done. So, and then some state might ask you to complete your joining process in nodal center. There are 1 or 2 states which will say, don't need to go and join in round 1. When the joining happens, before round 2, you go and submit your certificates, but just pay the fee for round 1 and then get it over with. In that case, original certificates are not there with that institute. It is with the candidate. Now, where is the issue there? If your original certificates are in that institute, one institute, let us say R1 Institute, Maharashtra, you have gone ahead and joined. Then to join another institute through another state counseling, you will have to resign this, take certificates from here and go and join the other institute. So no candidate across India, if this is followed in every state, except for this 1 or 2 states, everywhere it is followed. No candidate in India will be able to join one institute, submit their certificates and holding the seat, go and join another institute, because unless you resign, these people will not give you back your certificates. So with your certificates, you have to go join another institute. Then you have to resign this and this becomes vacant for somebody else. Nobody will be able to hold 2 seats at a time. That is why this is very crucial and you have to accept and go ahead and join. Now, the decision comes in, I want to upgrade for round 2. There will be 3 categories. We'll come to the first 2 categories. I accept the seat and exit the counseling. Yes, I accept the seat. I am going to go away from the counseling. In case you have any queries on the joining, please let us know. We will also answer those queries straight away. I accept the seat and exit the counseling, which means this is the best seat I have got. Or my chances are very, very minimal. We won't suggest that, but my chances are very, very minimal for a better seat. I am okay. This is near my house, etc. I accept the seat and exit the counseling. Just don't do anything. Join there and come back. We said join round 1 institute and come back. Correct? Don't participate in further rounds. Wait for courses to commence. What does this mean? I joined round 1 institute does not mean the courses have commenced. Joining, reporting, admission are all terms used similarly. I have completed this joining, I have completed reporting, I have completed admissions. Does not mean I have to commence the course. Course will commence after round 2 is over. September 1st only course will commence. When will this joining happen? July end or August this joining will happen. Round 1. September only course will commence. You will complete your admission and come back. This person who has decided not to go for R2, end the counseling, will come back and wait for exit the counseling. Don't participate in further rounds. Join the round 1 institute and start course when the course commences. September 1st, 1 month free, nothing to be done. But if your decision is to go for a better seat, choice filling for round 2 will happen. Which counseling? In this counseling itself, choice filling for round 2 will happen. We are not taking in All India now. We will take up multiple sequences at a later point in time. Possibly we will club it tomorrow because of lack of time. But choice filling for round 1 will happen. And if you wish to upgrade to a better seat, then you have to say, I want to upgrade in that institute, if that is a process. Or if it is automatic upgrade, no, don't need to say anything. Then you go for choice filling for round 2. So this is clear. You want to go from round 1 to round 2, better seat you want, then you go here. In case you accept the seat and exit, that is fine. You don't get a seat at all in round 1, obviously you will go to round 2 for a better seat. It is not called upgradation because you don't have a seat. If you have an R1 seat and you move on to round 2, it is called upgradation for a better seat. You are going for upgradation. If you get a better seat, it is called you have been upgraded. Now, what is this scenario? I am allotted a seat in round 1 and I don't want the allotted seat. What will be the choice? The candidate has made a wrong choice. That wrong choice got allotted. Or the candidate went to the institute and saw the institute, it is not at all good. It was completely different from his evaluation, his or her evaluation. Will I be eligible for round 2? Depends on the state. Whether you will be eligible for round 2 depends on the state. Now, what will be the loss here? We will look at first. 1, will I lose the security deposit? First round, a seat allotted. If I don't join, will I lose a security deposit? If you don't lose the security deposit, let's say you have paid 25,000 rupees for a government institute as security deposit in some counseling, let us say, we'll take it an actual number, 10,000 in All India Counselling. You paid a security deposit. Why is the security deposit? To ensure that you fill right choices and you don't come in this scenario. I don't want the allotted seat after I fill choices. Everybody does that. Nobody will get a seat. So I have my security deposit, 10,000 paid. I don't want to join the R1 seat allotted. R1 All India allows free exit. What is the meaning of free exit in All India? In All India, free exit means you will not lose this 10,000. You will be eligible for the next round. You will not have to make payment again. You will be able to fill the same choice. That is for All India. Different states have different processes. We need to get all this clear. Will I lose my security deposit in Maharashtra? Will I be eligible for the next round in Maharashtra? Will I be required to make the payment in Maharashtra? Same for Gujarat. All these questions you need to know if you are in this scenario. So that we will come up with in each state counseling. This is a sample of that. Rajasthan, if you don't join the allotted seat after R1, it is free exit. Tamil Nadu, it is free exit. Madhya Pradesh, it is free exit. Telangana, it is free exit. In the sense, Telangana calls it free exit. You might not lose any amount because you don't have a security deposit, but you are not eligible for any round after R1 non-joining. Telangana will not allow you. R1, you are allotted a seat. You don't join. Therefore, in Telangana, you should be extra careful on how you manage your choices. Kerala, not eligible for round 2 after round 1 resignation, but eligible for the stray round. The last round that happens, that they are eligible. Uttar Pradesh, you are eligible for R2. Uttar Pradesh, you are eligible for R2 after R1 resignation, eligible for round 2. I don't join or I resign after joining, then I am eligible, but you have a loss of security deposit. You will lose this 10,000 or 2 lakhs or 1 lakh, 30,000 in Uttar Pradesh, 30,000 or 2 lakh that you pay, and then you have to pay 2 lakhs again to attend round 2. So be very clear about this. I have joined a seat in round 1 in this counseling. Now comes a scenario. What if I got a seat in another counseling? First, last what did we discuss? I have been allotted a seat and I did not join because I made a wrong choice or there is some problem with the choice. Now I have been allotted this seat I want. Can I resign and join a seat because I got a better seat in Maharashtra counseling? All India, I got a seat. Can I move to Maharashtra counseling? Yes. After joining an All India seat, you are allowed to resign. Yes, resignation is possible, but there will be some timelines for that. This we will take up in detail one by one. It is a little, but you should know that after joining a round 1 seat, within a particular time, you will be able to resign. Every All India or every state has that process. Now we will come to the last 2 parts. Yes, you will be able to join the other counseling seat, provided you know this other counseling seat, right? This result comes in before a timeline. All India will say you can join the round 1 seat, joining within this date. Resignation is possible within this date. So in round 1, there are two things. One, joining is by this date. We said 4 to 5 days will be given. Resignation is after joining, you are resigning the seat. It is not like you are not joining a seat. You're joined and then you are resigning the seat. They'll give you 4 or 5 days maximum, maybe 2 or 3 days after this end. Within this, your state counseling results come. You can join, then resign, take your certificates and go on to join the state counseling seat. Now, we look at next part, which is the decision on round 2. I have decided to fill my choices for round 2. What do I need to do? I once again go and fill in my choices for round 2 during the choice filling 2 notice period. Let us say I have my round 1 seat with me in my hand. I went ahead and joined. What did I submit? All my documents I submitted, right? Original documents are there with my round 1 institute. And I also have paid a fee to the round 1 institute. Now I'm going ahead and filling choices. In case there are certain counselings where choices can be modified, anything can be done. You can move all your choices, remove all the choices and give a completely different list, modify your current choice, current allotment choice, etc. But your R1 seat will always be with you. And in some cases, you can only modify certain choices. We'll come to that logic at a later point in time. Some states don't allow modification of choices. This you should know before filling the choices right from round 1. Now, original documents are there. Now I'm filling my choices. You will fill only better choices than your R1 seat, correct? You will say, these choices are better than my R1 seat. So if R1 I have got Topiwala and there are only 4 better I have joined this, 4 better colleges than Topiwala in Maharashtra, I'll fill 1, 2, 3, 4, only those. Or system, if you don't change anything and to put Topiwala as 5, system will automatically take that. This process depends upon the state, but that is what you will fill. Better choices than what you have. Once you fill that, you lock and submit, get a printout of your choices, wait for round 2 results. Very few, okay, so this is offline counseling, but so what happens is allotment results are published. How are allotment results published? You have a seat, Topiwala. In case there are vacancies at your rank, in SAGE GS, which you have done, you will move on to SAGE GS. Topiwala will go to a lower ranker, correct? So right from the beginning, there will be vacancies available. The seat matrix will clearly tell you, for every round they will publish the seat matrix. That will clearly tell you what are the vacancies and you will be able to guess whether you will get a seat and confirm that once the results are published. Now, when the results are published, you might be in 2 states. One, for those who have joined round 1, those who have not joined round 1, it is a new seat. You have to go join. That's it, like the entire process. Those who have joined round 1, you might have been upgraded to a better round 2 seat, correct? That is possible. And if you have not been upgraded, you will retain your round 1 seat. So basically, there is absolute confirmation that since you have joined your round 1 seat, it is either round 1 joint seat or a better seat from your choices. If you don't get a better seat, still what will happen? You will not lose your round 1 seat if you don't get upgraded. No counseling has this process. You will go for a better seat. You have joined your round 1 seat. In case you don't get a better seat, you will retain your round 1 seat. If it is a better seat, then you go for upgradation. But let us say you are in this scenario. You filled choices saying SAGE GS. From Topiwala, this is a better option. You move to SAGE GS. Now in R2, after the allotment, I suddenly see SAGE GS far away from my home. You can't go back to Topiwala. Why? Topiwala is allotted to a lower ranker, correct? We said Topiwala is allotted to a lower ranker. That seat goes to them. Who filled the choice of SAGE GS? You fill the choice. So you will have only this option. You can't go back to your round 1 seat if you are upgraded and given a better seat from your choices. If you are not upgraded at all, obviously Topiwala is with you. You will be able to go with Topiwala. So that is how it is. And it is possible to upgrade. Now you have to join the round 2 seat. This is the final confusion. We'll possibly stop here today. What do I do now? Originals are at our round 1 institute. I went to Topiwala, submitted all my originals, right? First year fee I paid there, 30K or 50K or whatever is there for Maharashtra, I paid there. Do I need to go there? I can't go to SAGE GS and tell them that my originals are with Topiwala, because as per process, there is a control over there in terms of original certificates. So many states, especially in All India Counselling, what is followed is, if you get a particular institute in round 1, All India let us take, Topiwala you get, you go there and join in round 1, submit your originals and fee there, then you go to Sage GS again for round 2, you got upgraded, you go to Topiwala, get your original certificates. Originals are at our own institute, get it. Ask them for a refund of your first year fee and come back to Sage GS. Submit your originals. Pay the fee again. You have to pay the fee again. They will not transfer the fee in All India. And get admitted or joined in Sage GS. If this is the final seat, wait for September 1st, which is the starting date of course. Otherwise, you go for round 3 again. So this is possible, but you might have to travel to an R1 institute and then come back to the R2 institute within a period of 4 to 5 days. This is an easier example. Topiwala Sage GS is for possibly 40-50 kilometers only apart, less than that. But if you take up Topiwala in round 1 and AIIMS Delhi in round 2, and you are from the state of Karnataka, go to Topiwala, go to AIIMS Delhi, and only then your complete process will be complete. And you still may have an option of upgrading from round 2 joint seat. I have Sage GS. I want to go to AIIMS Delhi. It might be possible. Whether this is possible or not depends upon the institute that we are looking at. Okay, so whether this is possible or not depends upon the institute or state that we are looking at. Some states allow you to upgrade from round 2 to round 3. Be very clear about this. Round 1 to round 2, most states allow upgradation. Round 2 to the round 3, only some states allow. So we'll get that list too. Noel, can we get that from the list of states that allow? And that depends upon the state too. We'll get that during the state counseling. And after round 2, courses will commence. Mostly by September 1st is when the round 2 of states will be over. And around that timeline, courses commence. September 1st is as per regulation. So by that time, courses will commence. In case they're able to finish round 3 before this date, they will do that, but it is a very difficult thing. Usually by September 1st, courses will commence, which means R2, once you join this R2 institute or you retain the R1 institute, you will have to go and start your courses, whichever is in your hand. Basically, course commencement means classes starting. So now we go to decision on round 3. I have my round 2 institute. Major part of decision depends upon whether the state I hold the round 2, I am holding it in All India, let us say. I have an All India seat in round 2. Whether that allows upgradation to round 3. All India allows. So what would I do? I will go on to round 3 and fill choices, but it gets a little tricky because some states don't allow R2 to R3. Supreme Court based ruling and directions to MCC on All India counseling. MCC has asked states to implement that. DGHS has asked states to implement R2 to R3 upgradation, which is a fair thing to do because candidates should be allowed to upgrade. Somebody lower at a lower rank should not be actually allowed to, should not be getting a better chance than a higher ranker. So in that scenario, R2 to R3 upgrade should be allowed, but some states don't allow. So depending upon that state, you will have to decide. Kerala, R2 to R3 upgradation was allowed. Yeah, we've got it, Noel. We've got it. So Kerala, R2 to R3 upgradation was allowed. Uttarakhand, R2 to R3 upgradation was allowed. Madhya Pradesh allowed. Uttar Pradesh was not allowed. TN government last year did not allow. Against the possible directions from DGHS, there were issues there, but they did not allow. Know this before taking a call. Now we have been, this is when we say R2 to R3, it is within the government quota. Correct? Within TN, if you are applying for TN state quota, you are not, it did not allow. And this is not All India counseling. This is each state's counseling that we are referring to. So that is what we have for now. We'll take up queries. There will be a lot of queries. The only thing that possibly is missing is how the counselings are in sequence. As in All India round 1 starts initially. Registrations might start at any point in time. But let us say Nagaland registrations have started, Arunachal Pradesh registrations have started, Goa registrations have started. But All India round 1 starts, and only after that, All India round 1 results are published. Before that, no state round 1 results will be published. None of the states will be allowed to conduct the counseling. If it is done, then it is against the regulations. After this, by this time, by the time the results are published in All India Round 1, states might have completed their registrations over. Choice filling may be over, but they will all wait for All India results to be published, and All India will say, you have been allotted in this institute, 5 days I give to join. During this period, most states will publish their results. If you have applied for 3 states, most states will publish their results. You will have your All India seat in hand, Round 1 seat, and you will also have All India, a state Round 1 seat that you are allotted. See, you have 2 allotments here. One allotment here and another allotment here. But you can join only one of these, maybe even 3 or 4. But because you have to submit your original certificates, you will be able to join only one of these. These things we will explain tomorrow in detail on the process or sequence of counselings, how All India and state Round 1 counselings you need to approach. Whatever we discussed now is keeping one counselling in mind. This is the entire sequence of how counselings move on, and whether there will be fresh registrations, what you will lose, what you need to look at when you move between All India and state counselings. And during the entire process too, when registrations happen here on All India Round 1 results are coming in, we'll also tell you how, if you're allotted in All India Round 1, how you manage your state. There'll be 32 states. For each of the states, the timeline will be different. They will publish results in a different timeline. How do you manage that process? Whether you need to go join or wait for a particular date, or wait in the institute on a particular date to wait for the results. So all these we'll tell you during the entire process. And here when you have to take decisions, because beyond All India Round 3, we said R2 to R3 is allowed in All India. Once you join All India Round 3 seat, you can't move to any other round. State Round 3 is not possible. All India Round 3 is not possible. This is not possible. So those decisions too, we'll let you know. So in All India, like we said, Round 1 to Round 2 is possible, better seat. Round 2 to Round 3 is possible. Post this, it is not possible. That too we will tell you. We'll explain in detail, and every stage of the process, we'll also be there with you to guide you to take the right decisions throughout this entire process, especially if you are attending an All India and state counselling or multiple state counselings. It will be really helpful. Even within All India, you will need to know how to manage the entire counselling. This hope it was useful. Tomorrow we will take you through something which is very, very important. Again, this is the part which is very important in the sequence of counselings. This will give you an idea, and post this we will also be taking you through complete information on each state. Like we will go through whatever we have discussed over here. We'll go through and say for each of these states, what is the Round 1, what is a counselling notification, where will it come, application where you can register, document. For all the 32 counselings which happen online, we will take you through every part and tell you what are the rules. It is in that detail. You might need only 2 counselings or 3 counselings. You follow us, we will take you through everything through exclusive webinars for the subscribers. Thanks a lot for watching. Thank you.